When it comes to retirement planning, people often spend a lot of time thinking about the best way to increase their savings, but a lot less time thinking about the best way to withdraw those savings when the time comes. This is unfortunate because having an appropriate withdrawal strategy is a critical part of making sure those savings cover one's income and spending expectations in retirement. Joining me is RJ Beucler with WealthSync Partners in Cincinnati, Ohio. So, RJ, thanks for joining us. Start out by explaining the importance of determining essential income needs versus discretionary income needs in an income plan.
Absolutely, Scott. When we work with our clients, we express to them the significant importance of understanding you've got your basic needs, your bills, your mortgage if you have one, and then you've got your ancillary needs. And so we really hone in on trying to discuss with them the importance of being aware and knowledgeable about what their needs are, and then we reverse engineer how to create an income plan to hit those goals and objectives.
Now, since most consumers will be taking distributions from qualified accounts, how do you minimize the taxation of these withdrawals?
Yeah, I mean, the qualified plan is a huge component of someone's financial plan, and so we have to be, number one, in the accumulation phase, just kind of particular about how much are we trying to accumulate in that bucket. So while we're saving, we can try to address that in our savings plans. Where are we allocating those dollars? On the back end, when we get to the distribution phase, some of the things that we can look at doing is, are you charitably minded? Are we able to utilize those dollars and get those dollars out of that environment from a charity standpoint? What other investments and accounts are we taking income from? So we look at it holistically. There's some things that you can do inside the qualified plan to try to minimize those taxes in the distribution.
Now, what are some safe withdrawal considerations?
Yeah, one of the biggest unknowns is that we don't know when we're going to take our last breath, right? And so the runway of how long retirement is going to be is difficult to peg. And so depending upon what strategy you use in distribution, whether it's a market-based strategy, if you're going to add some components in the plan that offer protection, that distribution rate's going to be different. Some distribution rates are going to be in that 3 to 4% range. Others might be a little bit higher. And so when we work with our clients, we, number one, try to meet with them and understand personally what are their emotions and how are they going to feel about different techniques. And then we try to allocate those things to meet those specific goals and objectives, to meet their emotional needs and what their desires are.
And finally, most Americans will need to rely on Social Security benefits at some level. How do you integrate it into an income plan?
Social Security is critical. It's a huge component of a distribution plan. It's one of the largest components of maybe what your basic lifestyle needs are, right? We talked earlier about the discretionary expenses versus the, maybe the static expenses, things that you have to have consistent every single month. And so when you think about Social Security, you look at husband and wife, should one take the distribution early? Should one take the distribution, maybe later? And so we work through a Social Security optimization calculator with each single client that we work with, and we're going to take that approach that's unique to them.
That's RJ Beucler with WealthSync Partners in Cincinnati, Ohio, and this is Retirement News Online.